Welcome to the 2025 NASW Washington Chapter's Social Work Month celebration. My name is Jeremy Arp, and I am the Executive Director for the Washington Chapter. We wanted to take this opportunity to recognize the contributions of social work professionals and community members for 2025. Note that this event is being recorded, so please do mute yourself and put yourself into speaker view for best results. The National Association of Social Workers Washington Chapter would like to acknowledge that all of our lives and institutions exist on Indigenous lands. And so that said, we will have a land acknowledgement and then share a little bit about the Social Work Month proclamation, and then get into the recognition of award winners. So how that's going to go is the award winner will be introduced by either a board member or a nominator, and then we'll have the award winner give some remarks. So here we go. The next slide here is our land acknowledgement. So I will read the land acknowledgement real quick here. NASW Washington respects the relationship the Indigenous peoples have as the original protectors and nurturers of this land we call Washington State. We offer up our gratitude for this land and for those who have taken care of it before us. We acknowledge that our organization and our members' history is interwoven with colonization of Washington, and it is our intention to honor the Indigenous peoples of Washington in seeking equity and justice for all Washingtonians. In the spirit of this gratitude and acknowledgement, we also declare the responsibility and duty for social work in Washington to build collaborative and empowering relationships with the Indigenous people in our state. So that's something that the board had voted to make sure that we recognize Indigenous land and also honor the Indigenous folks in Washington State before all of our events and meetings. Each year, the governor issues a proclamation that recognizes Social Work Month and the contributions that social workers make in Washington State. The 2025 proclamation from Governor Ferguson, this is the first Social Work Month proclamation from this governor, is posted on our social media channels. And we're pleased to honor our professionals and community members today, and just really want to wish everyone a happy Social Work Month. In order to recognize our 2025 award winners, we'll outline the award criteria for each award and again introduce each award winner for the categories. We're going to start with the outstanding student, followed by outstanding recent graduate, the Talene Watson President's Award, which is an award that the chapter created in 2022 to honor the memory of Talene Watson, former executive director and former president of the chapter. We also have Public Citizen of the Year, Social Work Educator of the Year, Social Worker of the Year, and finally Lifetime Achievement Award. We'll then recognize the award winners, like I said, with excerpts and the nomination letters. Chapter Board President Miguel Juarez will share remarks before we begin our recognition. So I'd like to spotlight Miguel. Miguel, take it away.
Thank you, Jeremy. Well, before I begin, I would like to thank you all for being here, for making some time out of your busy calendars and being with your families this beautiful day. Thank you for being here. I'd like also to thank our executive director, Jeremy. A lot of work you've been putting on this and everything else, as well as Diana Ferguson. We hardly see her, but she is the brain behind all this. She's the one that put everything together, make sure we have everything we need. Diana Ferguson, she's right there right now, recording and taking notes for us. Thank you very, very, very much. I also like to recognize the board members here present and the different committees on the NASW Washington. Thank you all for volunteering the time, volunteering your knowledge, and everything that you do for NASW Washington chapter. Thank you very much. Well, whew, another year, Jeremy, another year, everyone. It is an honor. It's not just a pleasure. It is an honor to be here again this year celebrating the Social Work Month. And not only that, with that, I can say is the NASW Awards. Jeremy mentioned a little bit about that already and the names of those individuals. Celebrating these amazing individuals who have done so much above and beyond their regular duties as social workers in our state. And by doing above and beyond, it's not just them. Let's remember that whatever they do, it will affect us all different levels, individuals, groups, agency, community-wide, agency-wide. It will affect us all. So if they're doing great or above and beyond the schools, if they're professors, or as students, they also affecting us all in a positive manner, thanks to being so amazing as social workers. I really thank you all for that. Um, this year is a I wanna be positive. Remember, we social workers do things, from the positive or strengths-based perspective. But as you know, this year is a little bit different, full of challenges, mainly for the new administration, the White House. We need to work extra hard to keep doing our job as social workers and help those underrepresented and oppressed groups, immigrants, and everything that are being affected little by little as we continue with this new administration and the president that we have. However, as I said, from the strengths-based perspective, uh, being uh, being affected on one side at different levels, it will make us stronger because it will connect us all. So as Michelle Obama said multiple times, when they go low, we go high. So I encourage you all to do the same thing as we've been facing all these things from the administration, now this closing of departments, including the Department of Education. Unbelievable. I'm laughing, but man, this is kind of joke now. These guys are, I don't know what's going on with these people. But well, going from the strengths-based perspective, again, we are proud to celebrate the changes some of the accomplishments that we did this past year, which is the changes in the licensing in the Washington State, including the upcoming changes to rule the related past legislation to continue pushing the state to pass the compact. Many of you know about the compact, and we've been talking about that and fighting for resources for our vulnerable communities in Washington. So stay tuned. You can visit our website and you will see everything that we are supporting and keep pushing, advocating to better ourselves here. We also have a challenging year, as I said. The president executive orders that affect us from every aspect in social work. I mentioned the Department of Education, but we also have been seeing a lot of immigration. What I can say on immigration is here where I live in the Yakima Valley, where most agriculture comes, from Washington State, all the apples, cherries, hops, asparagus. We have a lot of people, immigrant individuals here working, bringing food to our table, and we've been affected by that. And again, what happens to one happens to all, affecting these individuals, these parents, and what is affecting our students as well. So let's pray for everything goes back to normal and people bringing food to our table, continue doing their duties, continue working hard as always, and paying taxes. Many people think that farm workers don't pay taxes. We do pay taxes. What happens is that we do not get Social Security benefits because our Social Securities are not good or valid. So we pay, our checks get deducted, all this, everything that they do. I mean, the Social Security, the health, the LNI, and everything. However, we cannot claim any of that back or even claim unemployment. So all the money is up there. And that's why we are great as a nation, because everything that we do. But again, we are not recognized. So we'll keep fighting for those individuals, everything we can. So last September, our chapter hosted some of you. I don't know how many of you here, but I can see the names of many of you, some of you, attending the conference that we had in Spokane. This time, after so many years, and then because of COVID, we got a face-to-face conference in Spokane. And thank you very much for all of you that attended. Now we are planning another conference, but not this year. We are planning one for next year. So stay tuned. You all are invited to attend and learn from each other. It's a good place for networking. Sometimes I hear people saying, well, I hear this before. I mean, talking about workshops. But for me, especially it's networking, meeting people from other organizations, other schools, and work in collaboration with each other is a very good place to be. So each year I continue, each year we celebrate individuals from Washington, both in social work and the community members. Uh, we receive nominations for awards from around the state. And then we as a committee and as a board meet, and based on those awards, nominations, and everything that we know about these individuals, we decide. It's very difficult to decide many times who will be the person of the year, the student of the year. We have so many amazing people up there. However, we decide on what's most current, who's advocating, who's up there, who's been making noise. We social workers make noise, and well, we're gonna be doing that as we continue. But that's my opening right now, Jeremy. I'll have more opportunity to continue and providing hopefully some energy to you guys. But thank you all for being here. I'll pass it to Jeremy, and I'll be reading the next award. But first, Jeremy.
You got it. Thanks, Miguel. The first award, as Miguel outlined, we present this evening is the Outstanding Student Award. This award honors a student currently in a social work program in our state who has demonstrated excellence and great potential. Now, Dr. Juarez, our chapter board president, will share nomination remarks for the Outstanding Student Award. That Outstanding Student Award is Viviana Aguilar. Nominated by Heritage University faculty. Miguel.
Yes, it is before I read what I have, I have something written here. I hardly follow what I write, but I can say before I start reading that Viviana is one of the best students. I've been at Heritage for 20 years, 20 years. And it is sometimes we encounter students that do more than what is expected, above and beyond, outstanding work. And I can honestly say that Viviana is one of those few students in 20 years that I've seen that she's in every committee available. She's volunteering everywhere. She is the president of the club, a social work club. She encouraged others to join. She visits families. She's, collecting, food or clothes for farm workers. She's everywhere, everywhere. So she's well known, not only in our university, but in the community as an outstanding student. So it was not difficult for the faculty when deciding who can we nominate. I mean, it was just one name that it was, above and beyond, and that is Viviana Aguilar. But let me read what I have. Let me read what I have. Okay. So Viviana Aguilar is a senior in the Bachelor's of Social Work program at Heritage University. And she's the chapter's 2025 as Outstanding Student Award of the Year recipient. She's set to graduate this spring. Almost. Viviana has consistently demonstrated exceptional leadership, service, and dedication to social work. As the current president of the Social Work Student Association, she has spearheaded impactful community-wide initiatives such as organizing events for at-risk youth, hosting cloth drives, and advocating for students' engagement. Viviana is also deeply committed to the social justice, actively advancing anti-racism, diversity, equity, and inclusion efforts, both in her community and during her practicum at Casey Families program. Actually, she's doing excellent at Casey Families. They want to hire her already. In addition to her academic success, she has shown unwavering support for her peers, earning their respect and admiration. Viviana's commitment to service, leadership, advocacy, combined with her dedication to the social work profession, makes her a deserving recipient of this award. Congratulations, Viviana. You amazing. So you want to say something, Viviana? Right now is the time, and you've been recorded.
Thank you so much, Miguel. Yes, I do have some remarks to make. As Jeremy's request, I do have the award with me right now, though the Zoom doesn't really focus on it. But thank you so much for this award. It's very stunning and um, something just to highlight for all the achievements and efforts made. And it's a reflection of the people behind me that supported me. For those who don't know me, thank you so much, Miguel, for your introduction. My name is Viviana Aguilar. I'm a senior at Heritage University. I'll be graduating with my bachelor's in social work this May. Like I said, I'm truly honored to be here tonight and to receive this recognition. I want to express my deepest gratitude to the professors at the social work program at Heritage University. You've not only been educators, but true mentors and role models. You exemplify dedication, commitment, and passion. A special thanks to my professors Ruby Aguilar, Jessica Vega, Miguel Juarez, Gregorio Ochoa, and Corey Hodge. You've shaped me into the social worker I'm becoming, and for that, I'm truly thankful. I also want to extend my heartfelt thanks to the Social Work Student Association. Your perseverance and drive to create change have been a constant source of motivation and inspiration for me in this journey. Also, a special thank you to Casey Family Programs, where I am currently interning, for the invaluable and important opportunities for growth, skill building, and guidance. Your support has been pivotal in the development as a social worker, and I'm deeply appreciative of the trust you've placed in me. Next, I want to thank my family, my greatest supporters. To my mom and dad, you are the true image of resilience. I love you both. And I'm so grateful for your constant encouragement. My family is currently sitting around me right now, so they're listening into on this as well. I'm a product of your hearts, your compassion, your love for people, and your ability to overcome challenges with grace. To my sisters, thank you for always being there with love, encouragement, and unwavering belief. To my boyfriend, thank you for being a patient listener and for praying with me through every challenge and triumph. And above all, I want to thank my Lord and Savior for loving me and instilling this calling into my heart. Although I've just started this journey in the field, I am beyond grateful for the experiences I've had both on campus and in my community. I was eager to create change, but little did I know that the community was going to create more change in me, teaching me more than I ever expected. There are days when the work is tough and the drive home sometimes feels twice as long, but I'm thankful for the depth of emotion and empathy I am able to feel through this work, because it's that connection that allows me to offer true compassion to those in need. This has only strengthened my commitment to fill in the gaps of inequity in our society. And allow me to finish with this statement. Social work is a calling. It requires sacrifice and a heart of servant leadership. It's about putting others before yourself, offering compassion, humility, support, and love. If you choose this path, choose it because you love people and genuinely want to help. That is where the real reward lies. It's a reflection of the fact that there is a world in need of social workers, people who are committed to making a difference. The work we do is meaningful, and this recognition humbles me. Thank you for this acknowledgement and for believing in the impact we as social workers make. Thank you.
Thanks, Viviana.
Fantastic, Viviana. We look forward to seeing a lot more of you in the future, and don't be surprised if you don't get an invitation to volunteer for 1,000 committees with NASW. So we look forward to seeing you soon. All right, and congratulations on your graduation coming up. All right. The next award that we're going to recognize kind of dovetails on this one. You're the Outstanding Recent Graduate Award honors graduates who have completed their degrees within the past 5 years and who are now working in Washington State and have already distinguished themselves in the field. Jen Harris, one of our chapter's Eastern Washington representatives, will read remarks for Allison Weedy. And Jennifer Harris is in Eastern Washington right now at Trauma Informed Therapies at a watch party. So we're going to highlight Jennifer Harris's watch party to introduce Allison Weedy as our Outstanding Recent Graduate for 2025. Take it away, Jennifer Harris.
Yeah, before I jump into the remarks, I just want to say, so I met Allison as part of NASW, and I think of a poem by Rupi Kaur where she says, "I stand on the sacrifices of a million women before me, thinking, what can I do to make this mountain taller so the women after me can see farther?" Allison absolutely is one of those people who allows everyone to see farther. She does so much, and she's one of those people I absolutely look up to. So I'm absolutely honored to present this award to her today. All right, so let me find it first. Every time I close it. All right, Allison Weedy, MSW, is a distinguished social worker whose contributions to the chapter and her community make her the ideal recipient of the 2025 Outstanding Recent Graduate Award. Since becoming a BSW student member in 2021, Allison has been active and engaged leader, serving as a student representative to the chapter board, a member of the conference planning committee, and an advocate on the legislative action committee and PACE committees, among other roles. In her professional career, she serves as the Community Wellness and Prevention Initiative Coalition Coordinator for TEM Hopes at Capital Region ESD 113, and as an adjunct professor at St. Martin's University. With an academic focus on trauma-informed care, substance use disorders, and public management, Allison brings a well-rounded micro, meso, macro perspective to her work. She is dedicated to improving communities, advocating for social workers and for social work students, and providing mentorship and guidance to the next generation of social workers. Allison, congratulations.
Thank you so much, Jennifer. That really actually made me cry a little bit, so I'm gonna try to get through my speech now. I also brought my award. So I am truly honored to be the recipient of this award. Like Jennifer said, I joined NASW Washington as an undergrad in 2021 because my professor told my class that we should. At my first policy conference, I was hooked and I knew that I wanted to be a part of the work that that group was doing. Being an active member of the organization through all of the things that Jennifer listed has really given me the privilege to work alongside some of the most inspiring and incredible social workers and all around human beings in our state. People that show up every day to fight for equity, push for policy change, to transform systems and uplift our communities. I say this with all sincerity. There is nothing quite like a 2-hour meeting on a Saturday morning with these people who care so much about the work that we do and get angry about things that are going on, celebrate things that are going on, that really keeps you sane and motivated, especially as we are living through these times. This recognition is not just a reflection of my journey, but of the incredible professors, mentors, colleagues, fellow committee members, my students and friends who have shaped me into the social worker I am today and the social worker I am still becoming. So I thank you all for this incredible honor. Again, I am humbled, grateful, and excited to continue this journey alongside all of you. Thank you.
Thanks, Alice. You deserve it.
Woohoo. Thanks, Allison. And again, the meetings that she referenced are the 2-hour Legislative Action Committee meetings that occur the first or the second Saturday of each month. So if you're remotely interested, we'll be reaching out to you so you can join Allison and the rest of the team to look at things facing Washington. So The next award that we're going to look at here is the Talene Watson President's Award. Tonight, we give the President's Award, which the chapter dedicated to Talene Watson's memory. This award is given at the discretion of the Washington chapter president and recognizes all excellent, outstanding contributions that cannot be easily categorized. You're going to hear from Miguel again. Miguel's going to read the nomination for Gregorio Ochoa for the Talene Watson President's Award recipient for 2025. Miguel.
Yes, thanks, Jeremy. I really and truly hope Professor Gregorio Chua is here today. I would like for you to listen to him. He's 90 years old, 90. He has a very good memory. He still drives. He's still teaching. Although he retired, but he's still teaching. At 90 years old, he's like a walking encyclopedia. And he's a veteran. He taught at UW, he taught at USC. He's been in different universities, different roles. MSW for many, many years. And every time I talk to him, I try to gather as much as I can. Again, he's a walking encyclopedia. He knows everything about everything in social work, and he's been in different settings, different universities, and different roles. Uh, I wish he's here so you can listen to him and say, "Oh, Miguel was short in what he was saying." Well, but let me read what I have here and written. And whatever I read today for you guys is just a fraction of all the accomplishments that he has done in his 90 years experience. More than half of that as a social worker. Well, Gregorio Chua is an MSW that demonstrates a lifelong commitment to education and social justice. He has had a profound impact on both his students and the broader community. 80 years old, Ochoa continues to teach at Heritage University, where he uses his personal and professional experiences to mentor and inspire students. With a background shaped by the overcoming racism, social turmoil, and personal challenges, Gregorio's passion for social work is rooted in his desire to protect and advocate for vulnerable individuals, particularly within the Latinx community. His career spans decades of dedicated service, from clinical roles in mental health organizations to faculty positions at various universities where he has worked tirelessly to promote diversity and inclusion. Gregorio's philosophy of teaching emphasizes the importance of leaders who look like and relate to their students, helping them to navigate their careers with the same dedication to social justice he has embodied throughout his own life. And that's what I have here. Professor Ochoa, I'm not sure if you hear.
And Gregorio, if you're here and
Probably
can
not.
hear us, please let us know. If not, I'll be calling you shortly and see if we can get some remarks from you. We had reached out to Gregorio this afternoon, and also Miguel. Didn't Heritage University also recognize Gregorio and Viviana this week?
Yeah, we did that this week during an event that we had, and Gregorio also received the Emeritus Professor for all the time and dedication and outstanding work that he's done at Heritage and other universities. And Viviana, of course, she was there as a 4.0 student and also recognized with the NASW award. So yeah, we did that here locally for Professor Gregorio Ochoa. Jeremy, if you don't mind, while you continue, I'll make a phone call. Hopefully, we can hear him. It is something that we only hear sometimes, and I would like everyone to hear from him. Hopefully, he's available. I'll give him a call.
Absolutely. Thank you, Miguel. Right. And congratulations, Gregorio Ochoa. And we'll kind of keep the show rolling here and not bat out of order here. The next award is for the Public Citizen of the Year. The Public Citizen of the Year Award honors a citizen who has made substantial contributions to social justice in the community. Julia Newbold will talk about this year's award recipient, Erin Glather. So, Julia, we'll highlight you.
Thank you, Jeremy. Um, the Washington State Office of Public Defense is thrilled that the NASW Washington chapter selected Erin Glather as its recipient for the 2025 Public Citizen of the Year Award. Erin truly exemplifies what it means to have the heart and proverbial soul of a social worker, having significantly contributed to the field in her role as an independently contracted transitional planning specialist. OPD administers several areas of public defense practice, including forensic civil commitment. Erin's area of expertise focuses on persons who have served their criminal sentence but are subsequently civilly committed based on a perceived risk of reoffense. I would be remiss in boiling Erin's work down to just release planning, though she certainly does that with great success. She has been instrumental in ensuring that clients have a place to live, nutritious food to eat, employment connections, and medical insurance. Erin doesn't just use existing services, but proactively cultivates new resources. She is adept at navigating the complexities of the legal system and sets clients up for immediate and long-term success. As the program has grown, Erin has become a leader. New social workers have been introduced, and there's a steep learning curve. Erin took these new individuals under her professional wing. By way of example, defense workers participate in a release period with clients. It requires intensive coordination with other agencies to run smoothly. Erin offered her new colleagues the opportunity to shadow her on one she had coordinated so they could see firsthand best practices. She continues to offer her time and mentorship and has set a high bar. Her client dedication speaks for itself and begins with maintaining consistent client contact. While this may seem obvious, in her client's world, this has not always been the case. They often go years without contact with anyone outside of their institution. With civil defense teams involved, this has shifted for the better. Specifically, the defense social worker can provide regular communication and be that constant in an individual's life when there is nobody else. Erin's empathy consistently goes above and beyond. She sends holiday cards and bakes cookies for her clients. Recently, a client of hers was seeking gender-affirming care. To them, this included cosmetics. Erin took them to a makeup store and enjoyed a day of looking at options for lipstick, mascara, and nail polish. I'm confident that this is probably the first time something like that has happened for the client and is a shining example for how Erin excels. I can only begin to imagine the number of qualified individuals who are nominated for this award, but truly feel that the unique scope of Erin's work and her dedication to it elevates her among her nominated peers. OPD is so happy for her success, and her clients are lucky indeed to have her as part of their support system. Congratulations, Erin.
Thank you so much, Julia. I want to take this time to especially thank you for all the things that you've done for me over the years. And I'm not one for accepting awards. Like, I'd like to do my work in the shadows behind all the things. So thank you so much. And I could not do this without, all the people in my lives, my families, my friends, and all the awesome attorneys at OPD. Thank you so much.
And I would like to know, under Sonia Hardenbrook's little screen there, we have all of her that have worked with her who adore her.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
That's awesome. I'm glad there's more than one watch party, so that's fantastic. So far, Sonia, you're in Eastern Washington, Western Washington?
You talking here?
We're in Western, she's in Eastern, so we're supporting her from here.
Got it. All right. Well, glad we have representation from all over the state. This is fantastic. So, Erin, thank you for the work that you do, and we're going to move to the next award winner here is going to be Social Work Educator of the Year. Social Work Educator of the Year honors an educator in the state who has made an exceptional contribution to social work education in Washington. Rihanna Tensley, our chapter's Membership Engagement Committee Chair and former board member with NASW Washington and social worker extraordinaire and EWU graduate, will introduce the award winner, Dr. Svoboda and provide remarks related to the nomination. And so Rihanna is at Jen Harris's trauma-informed therapies office, so we can get you spotlighted. Rihanna.
Thanks. So Deb Swoboda serves as the Associate Professor of Social Work at Eastern Washington University. She continues to do so much for the social work profession and makes positive impacts for all Washingtonians. Most recently, she facilitated hosting EWU's 50th Social Work Celebration and made certain that her students remain engaged and involved. During my time in Deb's classroom, she empowered me to be a thought-provoking social worker. Deb leads with empathy and fosters lasting relationships with her students. She is sure to introduce everyone who comes into her classroom to NASW and provide us with space to connect and develop our skills. The chapter is thrilled to honor Dr. Swoboda as our 2025 Educator Leader.
Hello, Jeremy, you want me to go?
Yes.
Yes, I can go. Okay, thank you. I am humbled, for sure. I think when you contacted me, I was sure you had the wrong person. There are so many amazing educators in this state, and my colleagues included at Eastern. And so I'm just one of many of us who are dedicated to social work education. So I certainly, as Deb Swoboda, go by she, her pronouns, but also I definitely am here on the backs of many people and all the hard work of folks who've come before me. So I just want to give gratitude to all of the folks before me, as well as those folks I haven't a clue who they were. So known and unknown folks. Also gratitude to my family who supported me to get my PhD, to be able to teach. Gratitude to my students who have given me another PhD in my 13 years of working at Eastern. And as I mentioned to my students last week in my last class for the quarter, that I wasn't sure what to say, other than that the students have taught me more than I think I've taught them. So I certainly have learned a great deal. I continue to learn every day from amazing, passionate people who are really going to do some amazing work out there and have already done it. Many of them are coming to us at School of Social Work with hearts wide open, with accomplishments already. So it's great to be a part of that education and a part of that growth for them. So that's been really an honor. I wanted to just mention, as an educator, I have to have a quote or something. So I want to quote Bell Hooks, thinking of Paulo Freire and Bell Hooks and some of the people who've really been icons for me around kind of liberatory education. And Bell Hooks talked about that no education is politically neutral, and to enter the classroom settings with the will to share the desire to encourage excitement was to transgress. She said, I celebrate teaching that enables transgressions, a movement against and beyond boundaries. It's that movement which makes education the practice of freedom. So I really want to aspire to, in Bell Hooks' language and Paulo Freire's of liberation work, when I'm working with students and joining with them in their education. So it's a real honor. Thank you so much. And thank you, Jen, for hosting us here tonight. And for Brianna, it's very precious of you to nominate me. Thank you all. And to all my students who are on, as well as on tonight, as well as who supported me and been sending me messages. It's just been a real surprise and a humbling moment. Thank you to my colleagues and friends who are here, to my husband who is here with me, to my daughter who's online, as well as other family members. So thank you so much. And that's, I think, enough for me. But thank you, Miguel, for all that you said up front about difficult times. There's no better time to get into social work than right now. The challenges are huge. They really need us in the communities, and it's important to keep up our social work values and keep up, persevere for sure. Take care.
Thank you. Thank you. Well deserved.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Oh, thank you, Ren, for being there. Yay, Ren.
Fantastic. Congratulations, Dr. Svoboda. You're a pleasure to work with, and thanks for all that you do to get students like Rihanna and Jennifer involved with NASW. Fantastic. The next award is, speaking of difficult times, the Chapter Social Worker of the Year award honors a social worker that has exemplified the best of the profession's values and achievements. Danielle Flores is our chapter president-elect, and she's going to read nomination remarks for Sierra Moulton, our 2025 Social Worker of the Year. Danielle.
Thanks, Jeremy. Sierra Moulton was nominated by her supervisor, Wendy Myron. Sierra has served the immigrant community, specifically unaccompanied children, for over 2 decades. For the past 3 years, she has served in the role of regional director at Kids in Need of Defense. In this role, she has spearheaded case management programming for unaccompanied children and lifted up the social work profession and values for the children we serve. Sierra is dedicated to the professional development of her team and supervises Washington, California, and Texas work. Her ability to bring empathy, inclusion, and strive for anti-racist social work practice is commendable and inspiring. Congratulations, Sierra.
Thank you so much. Good evening, everyone. Yes, my name is Sierra Moulton. I am deeply humbled, honored to receive this award. I recognize that there are thousands of social workers in Washington and throughout the country doing excellent and important work. So I know I am not at all unique. However, it does, of course, feel good to be acknowledged in this way, and I do greatly appreciate it. If there was anything unique about me, it is perhaps only the great privilege that I have had for the past 25 years to work with and learn from the amazing refugee and immigrant community, particularly unaccompanied minors. As was said in my introduction, I currently work as a director of social services for a nonprofit immigration organization called KIND, Kids in Need of Defense. And previous to my current role, I worked for many years in a foster care program, also serving unaccompanied refugee and immigrant minors. I count myself so lucky to serve these resilient and brilliant kids. And we, and I mean all of us, are so lucky to welcome them into our communities and benefit from the many gifts that they bring. Which is why it really has been absolutely devastating. It's been a hard week, so hang with me, people. It's been devastating to witness this administration's cruel and shameful attack on immigrant children and families. Just a second. And the organizations trying to support them like my own. I know I would only be preaching to the choir here, but we must do everything in our power to resist this new level of evil and injustice. I've had to say goodbye to many dear colleagues this week due to federal funding cuts, so it's been a really tough week, but this award has really been a helpful spot of joy, so thank you. Just a bit about what I've learned. As I've accompanied my clients over the years, I feel like I've gained a treasure chest full of stories that they've shared with me. And these are stories of courage and hope, of trauma and hurt as well, all of which I carry with me and which have strengthened me throughout my growth as a clinical social worker. And they continue to give me hope, even in these dark times that we're in. Okay, I know this isn't the Oscars, but of course I do have a few important thank yous to share. First, I want to thank my dear colleague and friend, Wendy Miron, for nominating me and for being such a rock and constant source of encouragement and inspiration. I want to thank my best decision, which is my husband, Ivan, who keeps me laughing even in the hardest days. My greatest gift, my twin daughters, Josephine and Violet, and finally my parents, Alice and Rhodey, because any good I may do in this world, any kindness I offer, or injustice I fight, is all because of the example they set for me. So, I'm not usually like this, but it's been been quite the week saying goodbye to colleagues. So thank you also, NASW. This is a beautiful award. I don't think I've received anything since high school that's anything like it. So I really appreciate it. It's an honor to be a social worker. It's an honor to receive this award. Thank you so much, everybody. Muchísimas gracias.
Congratulations, Sierra. Just let me add that when we read your nomination, we also, for some of us, were crying, and it was unanimous. The work that you do is kind of unique. Not every social worker do that, and it's much, much necessary. It is very personal to me. I'm from Mexico. I'm immigrant, uh, and when I meet someone like you, I mean, all my respect is to you. You deserve it. So, yeah.
Gracias, Miguel.
Thank you.
True privilege.
Gracias. Gracias a ti por todo lo que haces. Gracias.
De nada. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Sierra. And again, when we call our award winners to let them know that they won the award, a lot of folks are shocked, but you know, I just my heart really breaks about some of the policies that are coming out, especially around unaccompanied minors, and not especially the one about not being represented in court now moving forward. So I think there's a lot of social justice work to do, and we'll be in contact so you can make sure that we're doing it. So thank you very much, Sierra. The next award, each year the chapter has a Lifetime Achievement Award. These are kind of hard to transition from, so sorry for the jagged transitions, folks. Each year the chapter will select a social worker for this award that celebrates a lifetime of achievement. In honoring the Lifetime Achievement Award recipient, the chapter recognizes the best social work values and accomplishments demonstrated in the social worker's lifetime career. Nichelle Curtis McQueen, our chapter's Legislative Action Committee Chair, will introduce this year's award winner, who is nominated by Diana Doker-Dunkley. So Nichelle will highlight you and have you introduce SMA Esang Ekpo.
Thank you, Jeremy. I'm excited to present our last award for the evening. I will highlight the chapter's choice of SMA Esang Ekpo as the 2025 Lifetime Achievement Award with the Washington chapter. SA was nominated by Diana Dusher-Dunkley. SMA is deeply dedicated social worker with over 30 years of experience, including over 17 years at Western State Hospital, where he has made profound impact in forensics mental health services. His resilience, shaped by surviving the Nigerian Biafran Civil War, has guided his compassionate work in supporting individuals with mental health challenges. Serving as a psychiatric social worker, SMA provides direct clinical support, conducts assessments, and facilitates community transitions while also mentoring future social workers and advocating for policy changes. His exceptional professional skills, commitment to social justice, and hard work have only transformed the lives, but also inspired those around him. I'm honored to present this award to you.
And SMA will have you unmute real quick.
Well, I hope that works. Yeah, I didn't come prepared with a speech, but I would like to say thank you so much to the NASW for this award that I was named for. I'm very grateful. And just like someone else said, last time I received an award like this was way back in high school. So thank you so much. I appreciate it.
And thank you, SMA, for your work. I don't know if Diana's here. Diana, who nominated you, she was going to try to make it today. If you're here if you could unmute and let us know. No, she was going to try to make it. I know she was in another part of the country, so might be traveling. But SMA, it was a pleasure speaking with you on the phone about your work at Western State Hospital. And ironically, I was there the week before in the baseball fields right next to at Western State. So thanks for all that you do to make Washington a better place.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Yeah. And so that said, SMA and all the other award winners, just a round of applause for everyone. I just really very much appreciate all that you do to make Washington and Washington a better state for our residents. And wondering if Gregory was able to join us. Miguel, did you see him?
I call him and I text him and I ask other people to do the same, but it seems like he's not here.
All right.
And
We'll
well,
make sure he gets a recording of this, and when we're through Yakima, we'll
yeah.
make sure to. I know that all the award winners did receive their trophies, which you can kind of see on Zoom. They're clear, almost like a glass type thing. They're very nice, and so and both Viviana and Gregorio got those at the ceremony on this week at Heritage. So real quick, I'm gonna pass it over to Miguel for some closing remarks. Miguel.
Yeah, thank you. Well, no surprise, as I initially started my remarks at the beginning, or the opening statement, I should say. Uh, Amazing individuals. I mean, you could see every single one in their own way, their own line of work, or social work. They're doing amazing things up there. There's a lot more up there, a lot more social workers. But yeah, I mean, you guys are outstanding. And by doing that, you also role models. Someone is looking. Someone is looking at you, either a family member, a friend, a neighbor, a student. So you become the role models for those individuals looking at you. So even if at times you're not being recognized for any reason, someone is looking at you and want to be like you. So remember that we as social workers, professional social workers, not only when we are working 8 to 5, if we work 8 to 5, but we're social workers in everything we do. So please keep that in mind, and whatever we do, we social workers, we respect others, we treat people with dignity and respect, we advocate, we are the voice for those that don't have one. We are the advocates for those that cannot defend themselves, for the underrepresented, the oppressed, those that have no rights here in this country, especially right now in these times that we are living. Thank you for being that voice, the eyes, the advocates for those, all those individuals. I really, really appreciate that. As we continue, and I tell this to my students and other colleagues in my university, I feel happy. I feel happy because I'm getting old, but I see young leaders like Viviana in this case, and I feel very good that if something happened to me, I know there's more people coming stronger and willing and ready to make a difference and speak up their concerns and be the voice for the voiceless. And that gives me a lot of pleasure that knowing that someone is up there continuing what we're just like we are doing for other people before us that work very hard to get us where we are right now. So I'm happy for all that. And remember, we can do it. It can be done. We need to remain together. If we stick together, no one can break us. If we work alone, it's gonna be very hard to overcome these circumstances. So we need to remain together as one. Um, Thank you again for attending today and for celebrating the Social Work Month that we've been doing in the month of March. And it's also, I didn't mention this at the beginning, but it's also Farm Workers Week. All this week is recognized as the Farm Workers Week, meaning it's Cesar Chavez Week, the UFW leader. And the last day of this month is Cesar Chavez's birthday. So I'm going to celebrate it. My students will. Tomorrow, we have classes tomorrow. We're going to talk about it. So remember that too. I talk about farm workers, but I'll keep talking about it because again, it is very personal to me. Please check out the chapter's website for upcoming events. We have different events here and there, but we have different ones. We have different trainings you need to use. Please visit our website for more information about that. Also, we are always needing and need more diversity in not only we as human beings, but from the state. We need more individuals, more leaders like you from Spokane, from Seattle, from Central Washington, from different areas, rural, urban, to be members of the board, members of the different committees that we have. We have some openings right now. Please consider volunteering and be part of this great organization, NASW. Visit our website. We have some openings, and we'll be glad to have you as members, again, our board or committee members. We're still gonna be here for a few more minutes, maybe another 20 minutes or so. You want to stick around just to talk to us individually or continue the party because we're celebrating? Please stay with us. We officially finish this celebration, but again, we're gonna stay here. So thank you again to everyone, and may God bless you all. Thanks, Jeremy.
Well, fantastic. I was really hoping that Gregorio would stop by, but if anyone wants to wish any of the award winners uh, congratulations on the while we're recording, please do. If not, we can stop the recording and you can tell them how you really feel. No, I'm just kidding. So Diana is still here and we're recording. So if anyone wants to be on record, so when we send out the recording, it'll be included. I'll just open the floor for a couple minutes, and if we don't get anyone, then we'll just shut off the recording. All right, Diana, we'll turn off the recording if you would.